Oh, I just want to complain right now. I do. I really just want to complain. I don't know, man. See, I'm really frustrated because my neighbors will not keep their dogs on leashes. I almost got bit several months ago. My dog was attacked and I had to break it up. I was the only adult present because this dog off leash was just with young children. The rules of the community that I live in is that all pets are required to be on leashes. Yeah, that's what I signed up for when I bought my property. The thing is, I cannot force the management company that is a for-profit company. I cannot make them enforce the rules, especially if I don't clearly know what unit the stray dog is from, and which requires I have to go like talk to my stupid neighbors. I don't want to deal with people. I just want to feel safe. But I guess the only way I'm going to be able to feel safe is if I go talk to people and approach it in a different way. Because if I go just yell at people, that's not going to be effective. I really understand now why people kill people. I mean, I know I'm taking this to an extreme, but I perceive my safety is, threatened. My dog's safety, my dog is very important to me. She's more important than any other person in the world. And if I feel that my safety and my dog's safety are at risk, I I guess I perceive all of my neighbors as a potential threat because they won't follow the rules, and I can't force, the management company to enforce the rules. Um, I thought I had, see, this is what upset me. I was walking this morning and I saw on the balcony one of my neighbors, the one that had her dog off leash after Christmas that almost bit me. I reported her because the dog was off leash again another time, and I had said something to her like the dogs are supposed to be on leashes, and she said okay, and I think it was her daughter with her. They all both agreed, yeah, okay, but they didn't take any action. They didn't go get the dog and put it on a leash. They continued to let it run around with the children, and I was forced to walk through, and I'm holding my dog because I don't want them to get into it. And this other dog is jumping up. The one that almost bit me is jumping on me. And there's children all around. And I can't stand any of this. I just want people to get the hell out of my goddamn way. Please. Please just leave me alone in peace to be safe. Ugh. I hate people right now. I understand murder. I understand how somebody could take a situation that nobody understands, feel threatened, and attack other people because they feel their safety is threatened. Yeah, I understand murder now. I don't want to put in all this goddamn effort to communicate with people. But bettering my communication skills is one of my big goals. Cuz I could see if I could just calm myself. Learning to interact and properly, effectively communicate with my neighbors about this dog leash issue. If I could master that, that's like a tutorial level for my life, man. If I could get that controller and figure out how to click those buttons to effectively communicate in this situation, maybe might have the right controls to push when I'm trying to communicate with my family with even tougher issues. I wish I could keep that positive perspective. No, positive is judgment. It's just different. It's just different. I just haven't cared enough about other people to learn to communicate effectively. I mean, I care, but I don't. I feel like maybe my motivations to communicate effectively are very selfish. I just want to get what I want, and I want to have that skill. I want to have that talent of being able to kind of disconnect my emotions, because my emotions in these situations can get me in trouble and lead me to a place where I'm not going to be able to effectively communicate. So it's not like cutting off my emotions. This is kind of putting it to the side. And like I can go cry and yell and scream and stomp later on. But in the moment, I want to find enough calmness in myself to approach my neighbors in a way that's going to be effective. Because obviously, the powers that be are not going to help me. Yeah, I could go run to the board member and complain. But if I don't know exactly where these people live, it's a huge community. There's probably 1,000 people that live in this community in all these different units, and I don't know where everybody lives. I'm pretty sure I know now where that dog that almost bit me lives, but I'm still not 100% sure. So there's no point of me calling up the management company and saying, "Oh, I got the wrong unit number. It's not E, it's H, I think." I'm like, my vision is bad, and I don't trust my vision. I don't even trust what I see sometimes because I'm just not sure. So, and even if I'm right, even if I did see that person on that balcony and now I know the right unit number, even if I call the management company and try to clarify, all they're going to do is send a letter. And then if I see the dog off leash again, I have to report it again, and hopefully I have the right unit number. And then maybe they'll get a fine. I don't feel like that's going to really fix the problem. It's like the chicken or the egg. I don't know what came first. my communication problems or this unsafe situation. Like I walked into the unsafe situation, housing situation here, which I thought was going to be safe because there were rules that I signed up and agreed to that people aren't following and aren't being enforced. But I came in here with my communication skills, which I feel is lacking. It could be better. I could definitely do better in communicating than yelling at people. Like, why the hell do you not have a leash on your dog? Please, come on. Then I got to go back to the place of it was me. 3 or 4 years ago, I was in a different condo. It wasn't as big of a place, and there wasn't as many animals. But and my dog was blind and not gonna come after anybody, but I pissed off a neighbor who told me my dog was supposed to be on a leash, and instead of agreeing, yeah, that's the rules and I should follow the rules, I pretty much said, oh, she's a bitch, she's uptight with her whippet dog, she's just a bitch, I don't give a fuck what she wants, I don't care. I'm going to let my blind dog take a pee, and then I'm going to carry my blind dog up 2 flights of stairs. I don't want to put a leash on a dog that can't really use a leash. So how would I talk to my former self who didn't, adhere to the rules and offended and disrespected other people? I've done the same thing myself. So it's not like it's all these people's fault. I'm a part of the problem in a sense. I've contributed to this specific problem myself. How would I have a conversation with myself in that state of mind 4 years ago? I don't know. I feel like a completely different person. I don't know. I guess my frustration has more to do with my inability to communicate. I mean, yeah, it would be great if people just followed the rules, or the management company would enforce things in a way that really made a difference. I mean, I don't feel like the management company has the capacity to enforce rules the way that I would want the rules enforced. But like, what would that mean? What would they have to put cameras everywhere? Would that make me happy? No. I don't know what the answer is. I guess the best I can do is understand that this situation isn't meant to make me live in fear. Live in fear that every time I turn a corner walking my dog, we could be attacked. That's not what the situation is trying to tell me. It's more complicated than that. I think the situation is I have the opportunity to become more effective in my ability to communicate, and I'm not wasting my time trying to communicate with management to enforce rules, because no, they don't care enough. And these are people that I live with. I can't just be like, shame on you, shame on you. You should get fined. All of you should go to jail for not, adhering to this rule. I don't need to be a jerk to be effective. Actually, being a jerk makes me completely ineffective. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, I could just sit here all freaking day and complain about this issue. I don't know, maybe the complaining is a way for me to avoid my feelings and my pain of not being able to communicate. I don't know. I'm so confused right now. Like, I don't always want to grow and learn and I don't want to do the right thing all the time. I don't want to. I just want to feel safe. Why is that so complicated? Why? I just I just want to feel safe. Yeah, I could see why people go off and just start shooting people. It's because they perceive that they're threatened. They perceive that their safety is threatened, even if their perception is distorted. It could be completely distorted. And they could go off and shoot up a grocery store full of people because their perception of unsafety is distorted, and they just lash out at other people. I get it. I really get it. Man. I'm not under attack. People are not intentionally trying to make me feel unsafe. That's not what's I have to keep reassuring myself, because I feel like I feel under attack. I feel like people, because it's happened so much. There are so many of my neighbors that feel they can just let their dogs off leash. And even if there's a dog on leash, I will turn the other way. Like, I just don't want to interact, because other dogs, my dog is like really calm and cool. Potato, she will just be chill. And other dogs will come up to her and they have all of this energy and they're excited. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the difference of the energy makes kind of a clash, and they'll start to fight because they come together with this different level of energy, and it throws the dogs into, an attack mode. And then I gotta pick the dogs apart. I'm like, I think I don't know. Maybe my fear is more about the loss of my dog. Like if something were to happen to my dog right now, you know, my level of connection right now is mostly just my dog. I mean, I have family members that I go and interact with, and that's, I don't know. Sometimes it feels more like obligation with family. Like I need to go and have this interaction because I'm a mother, I'm a daughter, I need to go take care of my family. That's obligation. I do enjoy them sometimes, but I don't have a lot of friends. I have some friends that live out of the area, but I don't have like deep, close friend connections. I have a boyfriend I see once a week maybe, but I don't have a lot of friendships in my life and connections. So I realized that I put all of my need for connection on my little dog. And I need to diversify my getting my needs for connection to other sources, because if my dog were to be attacked and hurt and injured and I lost her, I would be devastated right now. I would be devastated, and that would be horrible. But it would, if I diversify my ability to get connection in my life to other people and other things, so I feel a sense of connection in other ways, then maybe my fears of loss with my dog wouldn't be so profound. It wouldn't trigger such a intense reaction for me, because that's Potato. She is my familiar. She is my baby, my forever baby. And I just couldn't live without her right now. So, yeah, I really need to diversify where I'm getting connection. Yeah, I buy a lot of plants because that's feeling connected to nature. So I have a sense of connection, but I need to really look at that, I think, because yeah, I think that would shift things for me, and I wouldn't feel so guarded and so upset about this issue with dogs on off a leash. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I just safety is important to me. And I think that right now in society, safety is a huge issue for everyone. Everyone deserves and needs to feel safe. And what safety is for me is going to be different what safety means for somebody else. And I really wish I could see in our society more people discussing safety in a way where we hear each other. Safety, somebody else looking at me and talking about their needs for safety in society, right? Maybe that other person can see the vulture behind me that I don't perceive. So having a fuller conversation about safety with other people will make us all safe, instead of making us feel divided, like it's us against them. Oh my God. Duality. If I can understand duality as a Gemini, if I can get the trap of duality of right and wrong and us versus them, and how to break the shackles of that bullshit, man, anybody. I want to be able to articulate that better. I'm going to do another thing just about duality, because there's a lot of things that aren't just about good and bad. There's so much more that needs to be discussed.